Well, just chase on the whole county, so we have double, we have, they're like, we know we have to break on speeds. It's kind of.
I missed it.
First on our agenda is, Bernadette.
Good evening, guys.
Good evening.
I'm assuming you all read the email I sent you.
Yes, ma'am.
I started writing names on them, and that one's got your name on it. That's why I took it away.
Not really good.
They're all the same. I just only put one name on one, so. It's only 5 of yous. I didn't think I needed to name the papers. So the ones I highlighted on the front sheet are the 3 that actually makes the most sense with election equipment. I can explain a little more about that if you want me to. If you understand it, I'm not gonna waste anybody's time. I guess I'm waiting for a lead from you guys to know what you want me to do. I can explain, I can go through it all, I can,
We got all these highlighted, but you have no numbers on.
but I what?
Had no number.
No numbers. What do you mean numbers? The IC codes are at the front of it.
Cost of
Is there what?
a cost.
She's saying that it's an exception, so we.
It's an exception to the rule,
Okay,
so we don't have to do the open bid.
okay.
And,
The cost to change wouldn't be cost effective.
Gotcha.
pretty much, and the copyright, I can't. I would not, I can't say I can't, I would not allow another election vendor to come in and work on micro road equipment. For one, I would be liable, in the state for election equipment if another vendor would come and work on micro road equipment. It is copyrighted, so, as you see highlighted, copyright is one of the exceptions, as well. I guess if you want me to explain more, I can. Of why the election equipment falls under these exceptions. I also printed out, this is from a PowerPoint from State Board of Accounts. So you have that in your pocket as well. It just simplifies the code a little bit more is all it does. I'm again just waiting to know what you want from me.
A little bit of research I did, I think you're right that we're with this company now and to switch wouldn't really make sense financially.
Not financially, because you're looking at 157 to upgrade versus almost 2 million for all new equipment.
Right.
So,
We have to, one different company, we'd have to.
yes, yes. And the 2 companies I talked to wouldn't even give me a quote unless we were really serious about doing new equipment. Will Nisbeth with ES&S, he told me, he said, Bernadette, if this is just for games, I don't have time right now. I said, well, it's not really for games, but I could really use a quote. And he said, I don't have time right now. So if you guys really want an equipment or an estimate for new equipment from ES&S, I can get one, but the ballpark is around $2 million for new election equipment.
So based on the research I did, I think she's right. This is our best case scenario, but really, I'm gonna hang that hat with Justin to make sure that we're okay with going with it. Even though technically we don't have 3 bids.
Yeah, well, say this a lot, but in this case, I more defer to Bernadette because she knows the nature of the election. But if Bernadette's saying, that it's copyrighted material. I trust that it's copyrighted material and it fits the exception. That's the big one, single source of supply. I mean, there are other sources of supply we could see, you know, but copyrighted, I think, is the biggest one. If it is replacement parts, again, I'm gonna defer to Bernadette. I don't know how the election equipment works. So she's assuring us it's copyrighted material and it's just replacement parts, it would fit. But at least here as to the equipment, I'll defer to her, she knows that election equipment.
It, you know, it's the same machines, it's just updating what we have. The first 3 times that the county has had to do this, the state has actually paid for it, so the county hasn't been, this is the first time since we've had this equipment since 2000. That the county's actually had to put real money into the election equipment. Remember, I got 10 machines free of charge from another county that was upgrading completely their equipment, so that was, you know, close to $28,000 worth of equipment that we got free of charge. All we have to do is update, which there is a charge for updates, but still, we didn't have to buy the cases, we didn't have to buy the VVPATs, the machine itself, just the updates for the machine, so. And we need the right equipment for the elections. Sorry, guys, I don't give when it is for the elections, I don't give. You guys know me well enough where this is serious, this is, you know, I'm 100% for election security. And if Microvote is saying that we need to do this, I'm telling you that we need to do this.
So it says here we could split that.
Yes, Microvote
two-
did give us a few options to be able to pay in a few different ways, which is on the sheets. Which I provided. If you have any questions or if you want a different way to pay, I'm willing to talk to Microvote to see if we can take something else back. If you want something else besides what is presented there, I'm happy to do that, but.
Would we want to leave the terms up to the council? As far as which way they want to pay?
This is an off year. It's just the perfect time to update the equipment, so we're not trying to rush around during a midterm election year. I know it's not presidential, but keep in mind that ballots are way longer than what the presidential years are. So that's why I say midterm years, because the ballot's about 5 pages longer than the presidential years. Now is the perfect time to be upgrading the machine, so that is out of the way, and I know we have good equipment to start 26 with.
Oh, we got. Whole thing in 2 years.
I think it'd be better to split it up, you know.
If the council would rather do 1 year, we could always change that to go 2 years. Equal payment.
You know.
2 years, or isn't there a 3-year
It's
in there?
3 year.
Don't let it
Oh.
through.
I
The
see.
first year is 79,000, the next consecutive years are approximately 40,000.
So it goes that.
Yeah,
And 79 would be due in the 25.
yeah, I'd say do that.
Before we vote, does anybody have a comment from the public?
Just upgrading the machine. We just upgrading them, then.
The Microvote machines, yes, the data processing inside the machines itself.
I like those machines. Those are.
That makes way more sense, the machines that we have, than going to ES&S.
Yeah, could you, when you approve the contract, just make the recommendation to the council on which way you guys. Go for it?
Yeah,
Yeah, and sometimes they change it on us a
That's what I'm
little,
saying,
yeah.
It's a recommendation.
Well, I'd make a motion to approve the expenditure with the 79,000 on the first year, followed by 2 consecutive years of approximately 40,000. Subject to council approval.
Okay.
Made a motion in a second, all those in favor? Aye.
I did have one other question though. I was just thinking about, long term next year and then the year after that is, adding on to a budget in a year that election starts failing back on the budget, it might have been a little bit tougher.
I think you said that don't normally have these bigger expenses with them.
No, you won't have an update like this for probably another 10 to 12 years.
Yeah, okay.
Microvote's really good. It just happens to be now, so
Right.
unfortunately. So. Okay, anything else for me?
We need to sign something for you.
No, for me, no,
Okay.
I can, all I have to do is tell Microvote to go and they'll start coming, they'll order the parts first and then they'll come and start.
Well, you can't tell them it's a go till the council approves it.
Right. Yeah. So, I have clerk's conference the next council meeting, so I guess I'll have to, I don't know, can I?
I, if I were you, give them all the information.
Okay, are you guys gonna be at the council meeting? Okay, because I have clerk's conference, so I will be leaving around noon, or our conference starts at 1 Indy time. On that Monday, so unfortunately I won't be here. I could try to zoom in. To answer their questions.
Send them the paperwork
Okay,
and tell them this is what we voted on, how we voted.
okay,
Yeah, give them all the information that you would think they would need.
okay, everything that I gave you guys then,
Yep.
right? Okay, very good. Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Frank, Aiden,
All I have is what I came in April, talked to you guys about as far as the MOU for Bella Vita. And moving forward with it. It's been advertised for the whole month of May now, so now it's just signing time and moving forward with it. And so I know you guys saw it. Justin's the one that did it up, so I think, did I email it to you?
I don't recall.
Anyway. It's your signature that I need. And this will go through the rest of this year. And was able to kind of budget a little bit of money for next year as well, but I don't have to advertise it next year, so makes it a little easier. Any continuing programs don't have to be advertised, new real estate, yep. And so we're giving them $15,000 to help increase pregnancy and prenatal care in the county. And then my intention is I still have maternal and child health fund, so I'm still going to I want to provide formula. But I don't want to just give them like a truckload of formula because it does expire. So as far as at least for the rest of the year, I still have some of those funds and try and get them used up because I'm not going to have them next year.
Yeah, I think it's good.
Will this have to have council approval as well?
Yeah.
With this, no.
That comes out of your.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
I've already got
funding for him.
Yeah.
That, was it the health funding that
Health First Indiana.
was that last year we got that?
We got it last year and this year. And what I'm getting next year is 70% less.
Oh,
So like I said, I was able to budget some for them, so.
Right. Good.
Yeah. You keep doing it.
yeah, absolutely. So we got,
Motion?
yeah,
I'll make a motion that we move forward.
I'll second that.
Right, go on.
we had a motion and a second, all those in favor, aye?
Get you a copy in the morning.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Guys, appreciate it.
Thank you.
Y'all good night?
Thanks, Frank.
Here we go, Vic.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Then, we got, Jack, I don't know if you wanna come on up.
Hi, guys, how we doing?
Good.
We're requesting permission to purchase a used vehicle from the, for the maintenance guy at our sheriff's office. You've got the quotes there. We can't afford to pay for it all out of commissary, but we're willing to put $5,000 towards it. From commissary. The other one that is the guts are falling out of it, basically. It's one of those military vehicles that we have. We checked with the military, there's nothing available right now.
And I believe the frame shot.
The frame
They're
shot.
gonna jack it up to do the oil changes on that.
We can only put like 10 gallons of gas in it at a time because of the weight.
Jim, I don't see on these papers, what was the total on the Ram?
We started at 17.9, I got them down to 16.5.
That's for his vehicle, the vehicle he wants?
No, well, that's one of them, that's the one picture I give,
Oh.
that's how much that total. And then we got the other ones I give you in the envelope. It's 18.9, that's a 2014 Ford, and it's bought here local, who bought it. Another one, price of that.
14,990. That's on Chevy.
Yeah, that Chevy's got a lot of miles.
Yeah,
That's what, yeah,
yeah.
it's got like, well, it's got 165 on it, and it's got. The drivetrain and the train still got 165 on it, that makes me nervous on that.
I think the Dodge had 80.
So this is the one that's for the J.
Yes,
Did,
Yes.
we check with Rachel to see if they had any extra trucks?
yeah, I remember at the last meeting.
Well, I didn't know if she was taking it serious.
No, she was.
Yeah.
So that's what we'd like to do, and that's the same with Jack, he could get an old squad car. Only holds a lot of stuff, a lot of pallet stuff for the jail, for the feed. I would like to see us go with the Ford.
Oh, the Ford?
Because it's a local
Right, okay.
bought, these are nice vehicles, Jack's got a lot of squad cars from them.
Yeah.
Jim's got a couple vehicles, they've been good,
Mhm.
I would just like to see.
Right, yeah.
Now it's a little bit more money, but it's local bought. And it's only 66,000 miles.
Mhm.
Is that price for the Ram delivered?
No, no, you'll get it.
No,
2 hours.
so it's,
And it's approximately $2,000 less?
Yep.
Well, three, really, because the Ford is 19, and you're down to 16 on the Ram,
6.5.
$2,500.
Yeah.
About the same mileage.
Like Jack said, he would put 5 total.
For the sheriff, too.
I guess for the price, if it's a vetted company that Jim works with,
That's where my Tahoe came from.
I guess I wouldn't be opposed to the Ram.
Tahoe came from there, Tori's car came from there. My Explorer came from there. Jack's got a couple cars that came from there.
Yeah.
God will know. That's all we're doing with.
Jack, do you have a preference?
I'd go with the Ford because it's local, but it's not my money, so.
Oh, names, got the names. Parts.
Oh, yeah, the parts department truck, that's from there.
We got.
And Tori's and Jim, other checks.
I like that the Ram is white. It looks like a county vehicle.
Yeah, that is nice.
You put a badge on it of some kind, it can't be mistaken.
Right.
How many miles did the Ram have on it?
56,000 is what you said.
6, I thought.
84,822. No, Ford
Ford had
66,
Yeah.
yeah, 743.
Is the Ram four-wheel drive?
Yes.
It says it is. Are these aluminum bottom on these Fords?
It doesn't say the Ford is four.
Well, I think it is, it's got 4x4 on it.
Oh, does it?
Yeah, it's packed.
just about everything anymore is full of.
Yeah.
Yeah. I was just wondering if that was aluminum because the last, I don't remember what year they started that in.
Where did you say those were? Oh, there it is. Well, it doesn't say it on the window sticker. So I'm just looking over it. Oh, there it is, small print there. Six one way, half dozen the other. Ram's $2,500 less. But they have to go get it.
It's pretty dry. I want to got the last one.
Well, I'll make a motion for the Ram.
Pending council approval or?
It would be pending.
I would like to see us do comp, Cume cap, so we can buy it tonight. We can tell the council about it. But it's, I mean, we got money in Cume cap to allocate for us. We hold off much longer and the truck might be gone.
Yeah.
That's my.
That stuff does go quick up there.
Well, I'd feel more comfortable having council approval just so they have their say in it, but I understand where you're coming from.
And I'm not saying, I'm telling.
No, I get you.
think we need to move forward tonight.
They can't, is there a way they can hold that for a week or two? I wonder.
I don't know. Not without, probably not without a positive.
Well, that's what.
Jim, how's that work?
I'll call them tomorrow morning.
But that don't tell us tonight.
And it'd be it'd be 2 weeks in a day, cause it
Yeah.
council doesn't meet for 2 weeks.
I think Jim took off, maybe to reach out. I don't think so. I don't know, I feel more comfortable about having the council say it, they're approving it too. So there's more than one body.
That was about a $2,500 difference, you said, Mike?
And the Ram is 3 years newer too. That Ford is 11 years old. I guess I wish he would have said what he was going to do, because I hope our.
Come on for a week. No, I was gonna go get some coffee.
It will hold for a week.
Yeah, I just talked to him. It's still there. He's holding it for a week. 16.5.
With the council, unless the council would get together in a week.
It would actually be 2 weeks, Jim. That'd be all right.
He'll go a week.
Okay.
For you. I got it.
We had a
Motion to
motion.
leave the deposit with them. I mean, I just hate to lose it, you know what I'm saying? If it's gonna be 2 weeks.
He'll,
Are we good for 2 weeks, you think?
we're good for 2 weeks.
Okay.
But you're looking at Cume cap to pay for it?
Mhm. Yeah, there's funds in there.
And you said you could put 5 towards it,
Yes,
so we'd be needing 11.5.
Yes, I think that's pretty good.
that's a nice, I mean, that's a pretty good deal for that amount of money. And it'll last him forever. I
Yeah,
mean, that thing will last 10 to 15 years. Barring hitting a deer or something.
right.
Well, we had a motion for the to purchase the Dodge Ram from, what was that from?
Called the motion.
The Motors. Second, I'll second it. All those in favor,
Aye.
Nay,
Thank you, gentlemen.
thanks, Jack. Jack, if you can't get it, figure out how to go get it, I can run up there.
Okay, we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
Hey, Jack, did you get the new squad cars yet?
Got the new one that we haven't got, they're not quite outfitted yet.
Oh,
The one we got for me is, we're in the process of getting that outfitted.
so the 2 that we bought recently, those are not quite
They're not quite on the road yet, but they will be within a week or so.
great.
we got the vendor claims. The motion to approve it in the amount of $730,041.56.
Second.
All's in favor, right?
Aye.
Down to. Right.
Payroll claims is their motion to approve the amount of $334,831.97.
So moved.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There a motion to approve the commissioners' meeting minutes from 5/19/25.
Motion to approve.
Second.
All in favor? Aye. There a motion to approve the commissioner special meeting on 5/23/25. Minutes from that.
Motion to approve. Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Then the planning and BZA appointments. And we tabled it a couple times. We need to.
And I meant to bring the handout that Michaeline made, but I did not bring it today.
You wanna look at mine?
Got one too.
You got one?
Yeah. I don't know.
You guys want to do this today since we're on a tight schedule?
I don't know. I think we got other stuff.
I'll motion to table.
Yeah.
Second.
All in favor? Aye.
Aye.
Commissioners estimated 2026 budgets. What's that?
Something goes with it.
Like I mentioned, I'd like to put on there that extra 10,000, but ones we just give 10 to, Mike, I'd like to add that to our budget.
I thought I did already for you.
I don't think so.
Where would that be at? Oh, yeah, right, oh, you so
Oh, yeah, it's on there then.
You emailed me and I went in and added it.
15.
Okay, that's what I told him. I had to ask you, mention that we had to do it at this meeting.
Mhm.
It's up to you guys. I did, we did 10 this year. I'd do 15 if we're good.
Yeah.
You go to 15.
Fine, so. Yep. So I mean, if everything looks good here, so then Michael can submit these, right?
I'm okay. I look to it. I'm good with it.
Do we need a motion? for
Yeah,
it?
yeah.
I'll make a motion to approve the commissioner budget 2026.
So we had a motion and a second, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
And then the fume cap.
So it's
We're going.
It's just one item on there.
yeah, 300,000.
That's what you guys had last year.
I'll make that motion.
Had a motion and a second,
Second.
motion and a second, all those in favor, aye?
Aye.
Don't need it, we don't need to sign.
Yeah,
it.
please, yeah, please. And of course, these are all pending council approval.
Right.
Budget hearing time.
You guys have anything else for us now?
Well, I was gonna bring up the plan commission. As most of the folks in the county know, there's been some resignations in the plan commission. We're trying to work through it. A gentleman in the community has come forward and offered to help part-time to help bridge some of that gap. While we're looking for a full-time employee, we're looking for 2 full-time employees. Really, he's done it without even discussing pay. He's not looking for a full-time job. He'll hand the reins over anytime. But that person's Gene Pugh. He's come forward and I think that was awfully kind of him. I did talk with Justin briefly about how we can do the salary, and there may be a couple options there. Probably the cleanest way is Bose was paid hourly, I believe. He was not a salary position.
No, he was salaried. He got the same amount every week.
Okay,
I mean, every pay.
so we can divide that out by hourly and develop an hourly pay. And basically, he'd be paid like he was the inspector, just hourly. So if he only worked, let's say 15 or 20 hours, he's just gonna be paid for the hours that he would work. So we would not be creating a new position. It would actually, in the long term, save the county some money at the end of the year. Because he's not gonna work 40 hours a week. And he would just be bridging the gap until we could get somebody hired. Now that, if we do decide to go forward with that for the sake of time, we may wanna go forward with a vote here, pending plan commission approval. But that would buy us at least a couple of weeks. There'd be a face that people can call. He could go out.
You wouldn't have to shut the office down for the day.
Right, we would have the personnel to help cover that gap. short-term solution.
Right, I think it's a good one too.
And I think Gene is very well liked in the community.
Will we give him certain days or we'll let him tell us what he's gonna work? How would he do that, Jake?
I would leave it up to him.
Are you gonna do like Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or Tuesday, Wednesday? Are you gonna wait and see what each week brings? Just something so we can tell the public, you know, that.
I prefer a flex schedule,
Okay.
such as, Monday, Wednesday, and Friday this week, and then maybe
Tuesday, yeah.
Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, or Monday, Tuesday next week. We do quite a bit of camping, and generally that's like Thursday through Monday.
And yeah, I mean, as long as you work with us and we got somebody to turn to, so
And then,
that'd be.
and if, if someone calls and needs an inspection and, I'm working in the yard, I just pack up and go, it's. That's what I really had in mind was, working, 2 days a week, 3 if needed.
Okay. And that's fine. I was just wanting to know what we tell the public, you know.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nice that
Yeah,
you're
it
eating
would
off.
probably, yeah, it would probably be most of the weeks and, would be the Monday, Tuesday and Wednesday. That's the most, practical days for me.
Right.
Would we be okay if he used the inspection truck?
I think you just have to go through the audit and get all checked like we normally do.
Right.
Yeah.
I would think.
I mean, if he's running around the county, he can't be
Right.
expected to use his own
Exactly.
vehicle for that.
Yeah. And there is a gas keeper, we just gotta hook them up with Rachel.
Yeah.
So I've shut all that off.
Okay.
I'm perfectly fine using my own vehicle. It's just that,
We got one out here, and I mean, once you're through to the auditor, you're gonna be okay to drive it. I mean, it's not fair to ask you to take your own
it's,
vehicle.
is there some sort of credentials I would have to go out on the job to? It's certainly someone's gonna say, who the hell are you?
You have the truck also, and it says right on
And, and we actually have name badges that we can print off just so you can show that you work for the county and there wouldn't be any questions.
it.
We haven't got the electric stuff.
We'll have to send it to the jail.
Yeah. Yeah.
The correct answer is.
That's. It's going again to the council this next meeting for their approval. They approved it, but it's gotta be advertised and then go for public hearing.
For badges?
Well, it's
I
a
thought we already-
purchase,
I thought they already approved it.
Don't know.
but yeah, but remember they started that new deal where you gotta get their approval a month before the meeting where it goes for.
Okay.
It's gotta be advertised, then after they approve it, it has to be advertised and go for public hearing.
We
They've
can
been saying that since
We-
November.
Last meeting, so they already approved the badge equipment and all that, they approved that at the last meeting.
At the
Last
public
council.
hearing.
Dean, if we vote on this and it happens, get up with me, or I'll give you my phone number or whatever, and I'll take you to the jail and we'll get you a badge.
Yeah, they're making the badges.
Well, even if it was approved at the last meeting, they haven't.
It's still-
That's what I'm saying, yeah, we know we got him out there. so
Yeah.
We'll give him a badge, that way he's got.
Cause I think
I'll make a motion to
Nathan
go.
was in charge of that.
We got a motion, is there a second?
Second.
Oh, who made the motion?
I did.
Don,
Okay,
Mike made a second, all those in favor?
Wait, pending, planning commission.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've got that.
okay.
Go.
So hopefully that'll bridge the gap for us.
Well,
Yeah,
Then him being a part-time employee,
yes,
does he have to go through the background check?
that's what I say, you gotta get up with the auditor, and that way that he's good for the truck and all that.
Good.
so like,
I don't have nothing.
You got any for us?
I don't think so. Just have Gene actually, Gene, do you mind actually submitting an application, just like somebody that would apply for the job, just submitting an application so we have something on record for your employee file?
sure,
Just State Board of Accounts gonna wanna see it, so,
send it to you.
Mike-
Michaeline, or
and how many will get lost?
Come on.
And does he need to resign, send a letter of resignation from the BZA?
BZA, oh, I guess I didn't, Gene was on the BZA, yeah. He's gonna have to do that.
Yeah.
Would that be? That'd be. I wasn't aware of the.
Would you be able to take a hike?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to ask.
And if there was.
Wait, hold on. It's
And
not
our
really,
BZA member used to do inspections.
yeah, hang on, Roberta.
He's thinking.
So it's not really a dual office holding because he's not an office holder, he's an employee of the county. Now, the BZA, you're not allowed to, I think via statute, you're not allowed to sit on the BZA and hold another elected position absent unless you're a planning commission member that serves a dual role. Probably spoke a little bit too soon.
Should we check with State Board of Accounts or?
Well, let me just check, let me check the statute. I can't quote it off the top
I'm
of my
gonna
head.
say,
It's been a
could he
while.
just take a leave?
I mean, that's really probably a Tim question, but I can look just so I'm not dropping
Okay.
something else.
Right. We'll check into it, Jenny, and see. Maybe you just take a leave.
Mhm.
Yeah, if this is stuff, then you won't be able to have a BZA meeting at all.
Yeah.
We don't have, we only have 3 members.
What BZA too.
So we'll just verify it.
Mandy,
Yeah.
you had.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, that maybe even if he can, appoint a proxy for the time that he's interim, building inspector. I mean, I don't know the code on that, so maybe that might be.
I would
Yeah,
think that'd be up to the commissioners.
I'll have to check. I don't know off the top of my head. It's been a while since I've looked at it.
Terry.
So he doesn't need to rush into
You
resigning.
want the other-
Right.
I'll clear it up and then.
Yeah.
We'll get back with you.
Yeah.
Might have some.
Anyone else have anything for us?
So you mentioned the resignations and the office closing today. I have to ask because I've talked with planning commission president, I've talked with you, and I still have yet to get an answer as to who made the call to close the planning commission office today.
I don't think we took a vote on it. I think we made a decision,
Who's we though?
me and Mike.
So
Yeah.
you just left the president of the
That
commission.
don't matter. I mean,
Maybe I couldn't get up with Charlie,
Yeah.
maybe Charlie, you don't.
They kind of does that from the building,
Office. They said no permit.
No, you might as well close it, no, there's no
That's
inspection. You guys just recently voted to approve of an individual for full-time pay to be able to cover things like this. So what are we paying her full-time for then?
And
Well, you mind if I?
go ahead.
Okay, so, a lot's fallen on Sabina's lap. She doesn't actually even have approval from the plan commission to even issue permits or not issue permits. There is zero direction right now until we can have the meeting in about an hour.
Oh, we've been paying her full-time for then, if she's not, cause I've got the job description here, and if she's not able to do the job
What's the
description.
first thing on that job description? What's it?
Prepares and manages the department budget.
Well, I think it says something even before that, doesn't it?
It says the following duties are typical for this classifications. Incumbents may not perform all of the listed duties and or may be required to perform additional. Just so it means that she might not have to do this every day, but she might step in
Yeah.
and do when it's needed.
And I think that
It's not what is needed. There's a whole community of people out there that are demanding answers and we can't get any answers. We can't find out why we can't get permits today. When she's been training for 18 months, should be able to do the job, and there's no reason why the office should have been closed.
Well, she also has reported to Bose and Mary up until this point. Right now, she's reporting to the plan commission that's meeting in about an hour. And they can give direction as to what the expectation for her going forward. But for her to just willy-nilly start handing out permits with no direction, that also would have
18
been.
months, man. 18 months, and how long have we been paying her full time?
But again,
If
that's
if
not,
she's not able to do the job, then why is she getting full-time pay?
I understand what you're saying, but
But
the plan
if you
commission
understand
does
it,
not.
then I'm not,
We
why
made
is
a
she getting
decision.
full-time pay
We made a
if she
decision.
cannot
Period.
do the jobs? The duties that were given to her if she cannot.
So you're saying she
Those
can't
jobs-
do the job, you're saying Sabrina can't,
That's exactly,
No,
he said,
you're
she's not
saying-
able to do those
you're
jobs
saying-
right now. He just said she's not able to do these jobs.
and you're saying that.
That's not what.
That's not what I said.
She can't do them because.
We made
she
a
needs
decision
approval from planning
To take
commission.
no more bids because we didn't have anybody to check.
We can't just throw her in there.
It's over,
Justin,
it's over.
please stop.
We made a decision. We didn't have a meeting. We made a decision. I'm sorry I didn't get up with Charlie. He's the vice president.
Yeah,
And that's why you got a president and a vice president, period.
that's fine.
So,
I'll vote no.
no. You don't have to have a vote every time you make a decision. That's why you got to go.
You should definitely inform the public about it for that day of.
Or Justin, right?
Hi, Justin, please stop.
Now, could we ratify that?
Yeah, you might want to. So kind of the idea is you can, so in special circumstances, you can act outside, again, special circumstances outside to protect property, right? If there's imminent threat to property, which issuance of permits classified as property. But you want to ratify that decision soon after making it. So that way, if the public access announcer goes out, where was your vote? Where was your publication? So you guys probably want to ratify that decision tonight via vote, since it happened Friday, was it?
Happened late Friday,
Late Friday.
like so almost 4 o'clock.
Yeah, somebody can do the job, but we're just not gonna have to do that.
So I'd make a motion to ratify the decision to not give out any permits until there could be a plan commission meeting to discuss how we're moving forward.
Second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
What's the public gonna do? Put off all their projects until they can get a permit?
No, actually, the public could comment or reach out to us, in which they did. I had a few people.
I had a few calls.
We had our numbers up there so they can reach out.
Right, but it's, I mean, are they able to still continue with their project?
Yes, we haven't stopped anybody.
That's up to us and the call us. We need to make a decision.
Anything else?
Anyone else? Motion adjourned.
Oh, you got it.
One quick question.
Sorry, Mandy, go ahead.
Is there a way that maybe we can, I know budgets are tight and salaries are not always great. But can we put somebody on like a PR thing? So if something like this happens again, we can make an announcement to the public stating that, we have a situation. It's being handled, just to kind of give everybody an idea of what's happening.
I asked you for a public statement this morning. I said the public needs something.
That'd be right through
Like through our HR department.
Yeah.
This
You
was
don't want
really
me to
unique.
continue to be your PR.
I mean, this was a really unique situation.
Yeah.
I mean,
For the most.
this would probably never.
Decision they made,
Yeah.
they made it, hung on the door, all our numbers and emails was on the door.
But I understand what Mandy's saying is, how,
If they would have just taken that piece of paper and emailed it to WKBI.
the.
Or, that they could have put it on, on the website or just something. So that they would have known. And, or on the Facebook page or something.
Here.
also to consider.
Yeah.
Should, in this case, we didn't have anybody over.
Thank you.
Our motion adjourned.
Which is-
So moved. Motion second, all in favor, aye.
Aye.
Poor man.
Oh, yeah.
Done.
So you think?
Yeah.
Can't go through the miles.
Yeah,
these
two right here.
Okay.
That's why I said we had to.
Whoops, sorry.
I got about half.